2-1 live. Oh, there he goes.
Welcome back again. This is the Whiskey Roundtable. We are your hosts. I'm Joe Clark.
Big J.
Karen Helen Keller.
We're here to... Yo, wake up.
Hey,
Put the phone down.
sidecar.
There you go.
He's
All right.
swiping left, he's swiping right, he's all posed up.
It's always bullshit when you're on the
On
show.
that all-mail website. Go
They
ahead.
fucking it all up and everything. Alright, so... see, now you fucking me up, dude. I want to thank you for joining us tonight.
Come on.
Jesus.
Holy
Turn it
shit.
down, man.
Oh,
Come on, we are live now.
we're live now.
Let's have some
Okay.
control.
Hold on a second. Let me use control here. Hold on.
We done?
You done screwing around?
Jeez, man.
That's why we call him sidecar, man. That's why you sidecar.
I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Be sure to view us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And any of our sites like YouTube or Facebook, please give us a like, join the group. And if you want to be a guest on the show, just like as always, bring your favorite bottle of whiskey. Very good attitude. And preferably unopened, but if it is a rare bottle that is not readily available, we understand it can be open at that point. And on tonight's show, we have Jack Daniel's Gold number 27. So this has been a kind of a hit thing on the co-op the past week, as we've seen with a bunch of other people, you know, I shouldn't say a bunch, but quite a few other people getting it. And the consensus is, because I think Greg has also had some, I'm not sure if you had some,
I
Karen,
did
or
have
Ralph.
some. I had some
They're
last
saying
weekend.
that this is better than Sinatra at half the money.
I did not have Sinatra yet, but I did have this, and this is extremely good. It was a Helen Keller pick. We were out on the west side, and I happened to see a bunch of different bottles up there, and I saw the Sinatra, which I had bought Greg, I think, last year. But then I saw this and thought we'd give it a try. And the guy at the store said that it just had been delivered the day before. So.
Well,
Cool.
There's a whole story
Yeah.
behind that, but we'll
Oh,
talk
cool.
about that
Yeah,
in a minute.
we'll get into that.
So, I want to make a shout out to our sponsors, Cleveland Bourbon Co-op. Thanks again, as always. Great group.
Yay!
If you're not a part of the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op and you're from Cleveland or lived in Cleveland at some point, you should join. A lot of great things going on with the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op. We have the Royal Havana cigars. So we are like way late on our. We got to get to that. We got to get to that live show. We got to really plan something and get it done. And,
Yeah.
You know, we promise we got to make it happen. Next week, good news. We're all happy that Big Sexy Dougie's coming back next week to be back on the show for a couple of weeks before he's got to fly out again for business. So he said he's going to have a rough summer, but we are can't wait to welcome him back next week. So that'll be fun. So, and he also is the Whiskey Wizard. So always sit in on that. That's always a good show as well. We have the Village Martini, the Clifton Martini Bar. The Village Martini Bar, Sugar Falls, Ohio, and the Clifton down in Cleveland. Check them out. Good stuff. We have Premier Automotive. That's Joe's place. So
We work on Yugos and city buses.
oh my goodness.
They're excellent, I heard.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We give a little shout out to Nancy Williams watching the show today. Thanks, Nancy. We'll see you soon, I hope, and hope you're not sweating like we are up here in Cleveland. They're down in Katy, Texas. So
They're used to this heat down
They are.
there.
They are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we appreciate
On the
you.
other hand, are not used
So-
to this.
No, God, no. I'm like, you know, it could be anything over 80 degrees. I'm like, you know, like a whale on the sand.
Yeah, dude, it was miserable today. And by the way, if you guys come to the shop, mention the show, anything other than an oil change, I'll knock 5% off.
Oh,
Wow.
look at you.
Yeah, who knew?
Put sidecar in there, give him 10.
Are you on pain meds or something
No,
for your knee?
sidecar
Is that why you?
is
Yeah, you don't pay
40% increase.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
Run him over on that one.
Nancy, when you come back into town, you're gonna have to straighten sidecar out. You need some help.
No, that's not a one-woman job. Trust me. Need a
All right,
whole
Karen's gonna
day
help
on.
you, Nancy.
Oh God, no. No, I'm not. I'm not going there.
Get your bats ready. Your mace.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
right.
goodness. Listen, I listen. Some other woman told me that a what do they call when they give you when they pull your underwear up? What do they call that?
Wedgie.
Wedgie.
A wedgie. A wedgie usually
I know
will
that
slow
well.
him down.
A Wet Butt Willie.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Oh no, he shot out of a
That'd be a
cannon
weird
tonight.
one.
This
He
gonna
is
be an
shot out of a
interesting
cannon.
evening.
There's Miss Nancy right now. What do you got?
I'm coming back. I'm coming back to the Buffalo stance here.
Oh,
They said, you know
no.
what? You get to be like you're being in Buffalo, getting 30 years and coming back.
Oh my goodness.
my.
Dear, dear, dear.
So what are you guys doing tonight? What are you smoking?
I am smoking a Romeo, which is a Nicaraguan by Romeo and Juliet. So, and I think you're smoking a Camacho cigar.
Yeah, it's actually about a medium. It's
Yeah, that's
actually
what mine is too.
the yellow
Medium.
label's more of a mild. This is more of a medium. There have always been real consistent cigars. I like them occasionally. They're pretty good.
I like Romeo.
I've got a backup of
You got a backup of the gear,
Flathead. What
flathead
number's this
gear.
one?
It's a 660. It's a 660 ring gauge
these are
by
great.
5.5.
CEO's got
Oh,
great cigars.
that's a great cigar.
Everything I've had
It's a
CO.
full Maduro, but you'd never know it. If
No,
it's
they're great.
humidified properly, I've had people smoke that cigar that refuse to smoke a Maduro cigar, and we just experienced that a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago over 4th of
great.
July. We
gear.
smoked the whole box.
The gear. What was the gear?
It's called the gear.
It has
The
a
gear
gear
box.
on it. Yeah, I
It's
see
called
the
the gear
rear
box.
gears. They're great. Blue box.
Yep. Beautiful cigar. Not cheap. They're about $150 a box.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
So what's everybody drinking in the comments down there? I'm sipping on some Bullet again right now as a pre-gamer. Yeah.
We are. Me and Ralphie are drinking what's over there, side.
James Oliver Rye.
James Oliver Rye whiskey.
Because you know I like rye.
Yes, you do.
Like Jack Daniels, one of my
That's a good drink.
go-to drinks.
All right.
That's why I'm here, because someone has to tell you guys how good it is.
I gotta say, like with Frank Sinatra, and not that anybody's really. I mean, people say they feel it's better than the 27 is better than the Sinatra, but it's apples and oranges as far as everything that goes into it. But they're both great drinks. I've had the Sinatra, and I like it. And this is all unique. It's very unique. It's really really good. And
Mute it.
yeah, it's okay. So it's a great drink. So I can't wait for Joe to try it. And we've all had it already, but Joe was Joe got hurt and was out of commission, excuse me, for a couple of days. He actually, what happened? Your meniscus came off your.
Yeah.
And they had to,
It kind of distorted. Yeah.
and they had
My
to
knee
pull
blew
it back
up.
together.
Is that a sexual problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. I keep muting all my comments.
So I got to tell you about this number 27. So we're on the west side. The other day we picked up a couple of things over there, and we decided on our way back through before we would have lunch.
White Claws, really?
Oh Jesus!
Oh, who's drinking that?
So
Some of my peeps drinking them White Claws. Come on now.
Is it a girl?
so
I don't want to get
Oh,
drip
okay.
any-
Well, then that's fine.
I don't want to drip any on the front of my Harley shirt.
let's see.
So you guys know.
That looks great.
Okay.
So we're shopping, and we stop into I don't remember what store. We stop in this liquor store on a fluke, and they had a great selection of different bourbons and scotches and everything actually. And I can't remember the name. If I knew the name, I know a lot of you guys from Clean Bourbon Co-op. You go there now, I'm sure.
Like North Royalton or something.
Yeah,
I
North
believe.
Royalton. And it's a
that's
five-star liquor store. Got a ton of great reviews. It's almost right on the corner, almost. And so I'm looking to see what they have. And then Karen came over and she says, "I got you something." She said, "Did you find anything?" And I said, "No, I did not." And I said, "They have a great selection, and there's a lot of great stuff here, but we already have that inventory." So she goes, "Well, come on, I'm checking out." She likes her different beers, so she got some beers, and I said, "What did you get?" She says, "I got the Jack Daniels number 27 Gold." And I said, "Oh, I never heard of that." She said, "Oh, it was just released." And I said, "You know what? I think I remember you were talking about it some time ago about
Dude,
some of the
so
new.
all these new trends that always happen on the co-op, I'm like, man, I did the news on that.
That's what, right. So you remember that, right? So,
Right, yeah.
So I was like, man, I think Joe, we did. I said, I think
Yeah.
Joe did the whole thing on that.
Yeah.
You know, and we even talked about it. You know, I'm not a super big fan of Jack Daniels, but they are changing their platform, so to say, and they're really putting out some great stuff.
Jack's got some good stuff, man. Their
No,
single
I agree.
barrel's really
Sure.
good. Yeah, I like the
agree.
Gentleman Jack.
I like the Gentleman
Yeah.
Jack too. We have quite a few Jack Daniels now.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, the
We had
Tennessee Rye, dude. Come on.
Rested
So
right.
Rested Rye.
Rested
that's
Rye.
it. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
you know, so we haven't had the batch one yet. We have it, but we haven't tried it yet. But we got one.
Oh, that's the like the White Lightning version of
right.
it.
So as she's checking out, I kind of turn around and I look, and there's this whole like private display where you have to get somebody to get a bottle. You know, it's kind of not really under lock and key, but you're going to take a few minutes to get in there if you're trying to. You know, so
I got in there.
So I walk over and I
Smash the window.
start reading the front of the box, and I'm going. Then it's maple and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no.
No maple.
No. And as I turn around and say, no, don't. The guy says, that'll be. And I went, oh no. So I don't say nothing to Karen, because she always picks good stuff, But I didn't say nothing. I'm walking out the door. I go, MFer, really? Maple? Really?
No.
I was like, oh
No
my
maple
God,
flavor.
there's
No,
no
no,
way
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
like
no.
this. There's no freaking
Me
way
too.
I'm gonna
When I
like it.
first saw it, same thing.
So we get out to the car and she takes pictures she wants to post. I said, yeah, go ahead. I don't say nothing to her. So I went on our way home after lunch, and we had another obligation. I forget what we were doing, but she said, listen, we get home and blah blah blah. Can we try that? I'm like, sure, yeah, absolutely. Blah blah blah.
It's garbage anyways.
I'm thinking to myself. There's
Making Manhattans out of
no
that?
friggin' way. I was thinking all that. I'm like, really, maple? So
It's
anyhow,
like maybe I can break another bottle
Yeah.
on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, she brings it out later, and we give it a try. And I'll tell you what, man, wow, was I wrong? So I didn't tell Karen that until after I tried it. I go, all right, well, I got to tell you the story. So I tell the story. She's like, really? That's what
Well, you told me, you were like,
I was like, man, there's
this-
no way.
you're
I'm
not-
gonna
you're-
like
this is not what you think it is. I'm like, yeah, it says it is.
Triple
I'm
gold
not gonna
plated.
get it. Yeah, I'm like,
It's great,
no,
man.
no, I'm not gonna drink it. It's like,
And it's only 80 proof, but I'll tell you what, it is fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Is
like
this
rocking a set of 22s on your bourbon,
You
dude.
ain't kidding.
Rocking a set of
22s.
Deuces.
Deuce.
hey, munch out there. I know you like drinking your 16-ounce beer glasses with Jack in it. This is not. No, this is not the one.
No, not the one at
Elijah Craig at the 131.
So-
you like that?
Hey,
Yeah.
stupid. I mean,
So don't like pour some out on the ground to your
That's what
fellow
I'm saying.
homies.
The what?
Don't pour any out on the ground to your fellow
Oh
homies.
yeah.
That's good. That's
Holy.
good. Jesus,
Yeah, we're
dude.
pouring a little
Hey,
heavy
that's like-
tonight.
No, you drink
You got
heavy.
like a-
I'm not drinking heavy.
You got
Okay.
a triple
no, there's no
finger,
way. I'm
man.
not. Here, pour some of that. in
Here,
your
I'll
glass.
take some of
Pour
that.
some of that.
I got a full
I mean, I
one.
could. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I can't.
Sidecar. When Sidecar comes over to drink, he's in it for the drink.
I don't think he
I don't think
tastes
he
I don't
it.
think he
anything.
tastes anything.
Yeah.
He is a.
Just
Goes
taste-
straight to his
He's
liver.
the guy that if it was $1,000, he'd shoot it. So
Right.
he doesn't taste it, and he's like, "Did I like that stuff yesterday?"
Eh, he's from Buffalo.
He's
Give
from
him a
Buffalo.
break.
Damn,
Some
Heather's
slack.
watching this time.
Hey,
Wow.
man, what's up?
Who's Heather?
I don't know.
His better half.
Some my roommate.
Okay, cool. She has a couple kids too. What do you have?
I don't
Cute
know.
kids. You leave my kids
No.
alone.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Too funny.
Oh my goodness.
She's got some older. I can give her some older ones. 22. No, he's not around. 21 and 19. You can bring him over.
Yeah.
You still play Xbox?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, good.
It'll work out.
They drink too.
So what we got? What do we got going on? We
They drink too.
never mind. Don't bring them up.
They don't want
We're
to
good.
They're bad. I can't keep
gotta
anything
hide
over
your
there.
stuff.
It's bad.
Let's pass this thing out. Just get a little nose on it. Karen, you want to get into let's do the history and see what we got going on. I'm interested to hear this.
Sidecar, can you pull two of those glasses over?
One for me, one for you. Don't just sit there and look around
Wait for
now.
my balls.
You actually have to work. Right, so Jack Daniels was, the distillery was actually established in
Give me
1866,
more because I want you to really enjoy that.
making it the
Oh.
first registered distillery in the U.S.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That was 1866. Jack Daniels Distillery is established. 2 years prior to that, actually, Jasper Newton Daniels, aka Jack, he first introduced his old number 7. So
That's right.
once he introduced that, it took him a couple years to get the distillery up and
So
running. But Jack left his land and this distillery to his nephew, Lem Motlin. Lem and his younger brother, who was also the master distiller, Jess Moulton, took over through Prohibition. So there was only 2 times that the distillery actually ceased operations. One was during Prohibition because they weren't legally able to sell their whiskey. So I'm sure they got it, but they got it some other illegal way. And they actually had to store their whiskey in Birmingham, Cincinnati, and St. Louis during Prohibition. The other time that they closed down was during World War II because they wanted all the resources available to go towards the war effort. We were talking about Sinatra. So 1947, Jackie Gleason was the one who introduced Frank Sinatra to Jack Daniels in a New York City bar.
I love that guy. Riff. Oh yeah.
Right in the kisser.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
gonna
that
say.
guy.
Okay.
Pow, right in the kid.
Yeah.
I knew Jackie.
So that's a little bit about the Jack Daniels distillery. So what we have here tonight is the Jack Daniels number 27 Gold. It is an 80 proof.
What we have right home.
Right here.
By the way, great riding down there. Great motorcycle riding down that area. Great place to go to. Go ahead.
It is, the Jack Daniels 27 is basically, it's the old number 7, but it is, yeah. After they do the old number 7, they place the whiskey into maple wood barrels. And the final step is to do a double charcoal mellowing. So I'm new to this whole whiskey thing. I don't really understand what mellowing is. But I found that it's basically taking the whiskey and dripping it through Jack Daniel's own handcrafted charcoal. And they do this very slowly. So each time they do this, it takes 3 to 5 days. So the 27, actually, they do this twice. But actually taking the whiskey through the charcoal makes it a Tennessee whiskey instead of a bourbon. So it's the charcoal mellowing that makes it a Tennessee whiskey. I had no idea. We did say that it's an 80 proof. Mash bill should be the same as the other Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. It's got 80% corn, 12% barley, and 8% rye. And this was first introduced in 2015 in Europe, specifically over in Asia is where they would sell it. And then in April of this year, 2019, they announced that they were going to open up the market to the States, but they only produced 500 cases, so it's a limited edition. I don't know how many's in a case. Do you guys?
It could be anywhere from 6 to 12.
Yeah.
It depends. Some companies release cases of 3.
3, correct.
So
Or
I
2,
don't know.
or even 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
You need to go to the tour. It's a dry county. The tour, how they actually burn or charcoal the barrels, it is so cool. You sit there and go, wow. And that actually, when they go through it, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, you've been there once or twice?
Once, but it was just like we said. The guy was pretty cool about it. Opened up because you get the white, you go through, and then you're going to the charcoal. And it's like you open up. I'm like, wow. And you can buy the booze there, but you're not allowed to drink it because it's all dry.
Yeah.
So see, they made it look like it's an old-fashioned. It's a huge company, but it's when you get there, it's a very, I forget the town. It's a very old-fashioned, great riding out there. It's a gorgeous area, great tour. I don't remember, so long ago, but it was just a very low-key, great tour though. I mean, if you can get out there, it's I don't know how many hours outside of Nashville it is. Stay in Nashville, go down there. It's gorgeous.
It's
Gorgeous.
Lynchburg, correct?
Yeah, but it's just like
I'll catch you lynching in Lynchburg.
yeah, and it's just like watching them go through the process is, and they take you like you own the place. They're very laid back, cool. It's
Southern,
not all
it's a
a
Southern.
lot of people and everything. It's just very nice groups, and they go through. They have a store there. Very old fashioned. You're sitting there going, I can't believe this company's this big, but they made it like that. I don't know if they knew about, no one talks about the water. They actually own the water underneath the ground for miles because the limestone water is a unique water that they have to have for this process. So what happens is that they have, and they own the rights to all the water. I don't even, it's tremendous. I mean, it goes for forever because they need the water for making the booze.
Wow, that's cool.
I just want to touch on something which I forgot to discuss with you, Karen. If any of you people have heard of Uncle Nearest, is it Uncle
Nearest?
Uncle Nearest. So Uncle Nearest, after the Civil War, was a black distiller, and he actually taught. He was hired and actually taught Green, who started Jack Daniels. He's the one that showed him how to distill whiskey.
Cool.
So any people get a chance, look up Uncle Nearest, and their bottles they're not available in Ohio, but I see them everywhere when we're traveling. And I want to pick them up. They run about $50 a bottle, but they're supposed to be very, very good.
Everybody says that. Yeah, they're really good.
So
You said they don't have it in Ohio?
they don't have
No.
it in Ohio.
Okay, I was gonna say I've
But
never heard
that's
of it.
so he was the guy that got Mr. Green, if you will, distilling whiskeys. And that's
Cool.
where Jack Daniels was born
You-
from the Uncle Nearest history.
You know how
I
the
meant
guy
to tell you
died?
that today.
You know how the guy died? The guy that brought this
Jack
all in?
Daniels?
Yeah.
What?
He got,
Cirrhosis
he got
of the
ticked-
liver?
No, he got kicked. He got ticked off at his safe and kicked it. A safe.
Okay.
What do you have? His foot was all messed up.
They get blood pressure.
Yep, died from that.
Oh, no kidding.
That's how he died.
I heard he took his own life.
No, not with Jack.
Sure. Maybe Jack's cousin.
No, he kicked the safe. That's what killed him. So that was a,
All right,
that
just
was a
goes
story
to
of
show you,
secret.
people, you don't kick your cash around, all right?
Yeah,
Good job, Ralph.
Good job, Ralphie.
I saw the
Thanks.
safe too. It was pretty cool. You
I was
know,
blaming
like-
them for it.
The guy was pretty volatile, they said, so we didn't have enough Jack during the day. But they actually
Or too much.
give a bottle of Jack. I don't know if it's a week, every month, but they give their employees all a bottle.
Oh wow.
I don't know if it's still in place now or not, but I don't know if it's every week, every month, but they
The old number 7 they give them?
they do
Okay.
whatever they give. I don't know what they give now, but back in the day.
Clean
Well,
stove.
guys, Manhattan's again.
All right, kids, we don't have any noses on this, do we?
I sent that over to you.
I
Yes,
only
I
have
did.
tasting.
I'll tell you what, I get one
I
nose
sent it
on
over
it
to you.
right off the rip, and it's really heavy.
It's maple, isn't it?
Hang on, let me double check.
No, I get banana, dude.
I get banana too.
Tons of
I
banana.
told
on
you.
that.
Yes, that's what I got the
I
first
got
time I
banana
tried
Tons
too.
of
it.
banana.
I got banana, definitely.
No
Well,
one
let's,
else said that
But it's
when
maple,
we
but-
were
Dude,
doing
it smells like
banana.
really ripe
I get
bananas.
bananas.
Yes.
I get out of the, don't forget when we tried this, it was not in these glasses.
No, we had the.
We had the
No, we
regular
were
rocks
just
glass.
I drink it out of the
Oh,
bottle. I
what
think
is wrong with you guys?
Because I'm low on glasses right
Because Greg didn't think it was going to be anything.
I
so
drink
he
it out.
didn't
I thought it
even
was gonna
take
be
the
man- I was
time
already
to-
ready.
He brought out a solo cup. He's like, good.
That's
for
it. I think I mixed it with Coke that day. I don't know, it's like,
I do
they
get
said
banana.
You shouldn't mix
I
it
told
up.
you,
There's-
yeah, I said
Yeah,
that.
you said that on
It's
the
not
porch too.
You remember that?
I do.
Yep. Heavy banana.
Man, does it smell good. Wow.
yeah, it smells like a banana. So I'm thinking that I'm getting
Yeah.
my fruit. Is it banana fruit?
Definitely fruit,
or
so
vegetable.
good.
Oh, for the love of God. Who are you?
I think it's a vegetable and a fruit.
It's a kiwi.
That's a kiwi. I got a kiwi.
Oh my goodness.
Where are bananas from again?
These?
Geez, what?
Nashville?
These Nashville?
Yeah, they're from Nashville. That's where the
You know, you
bananas
get, I mean, I get my standard, I get a little sweetness out of it. I get some fruit. I get banana. You always get caramel. You always get that, or vanilla. You get a little bit of caramel out of that.
It's
but
not as like. It doesn't smell
There's
like
no
a Jack
heat.
Daniels to me.
There's no friggin' heat
There's
at
no
all.
ethanol coming off.
No.
Nothing.
The smell reminds me of the rested rye.
Let me try
It
to-
does.
Let me try to
You're
help you with that
exactly-
alphabet.
not as pronounced
No.
as the rusted rye, but it definitely
Very
resembles rusted
yes,
rye.
The subtle
I'm
rusted
wondering
rye
if that.
banana.
Well, that's
This is heavy banana on mine. That's
I
my
totally
main.
agree with
That's
you.
my main nose on this is banana. Ripe banana.
I
You know,
smell
right when it
banana.
starts getting like
Very
the
good.
black spots on it, you want to make like banana bread out of it
Right,
instead of
yeah.
eating it.
It's actually
That's
good.
what that
I think my
smells
dad
like.
has a loaf or two left. I'll send it over.
You don't smell this in a normal glass. You put it in a normal glass, you don't smell.
Or just give me your address. I'll have it walk over.
You definitely don't smell it in a normal glass. I mean,
Sorry, Dad. Just teasing.
So,
you make the best
I
banana
don't get
bread.
any maple
God
on
bless
the
you, love
nose
you.
at all.
What's that?
No maple on the nose at all.
No.
Well, that's the whole thing. I get no maple, but what's funny is when I tasted it out of the rocks glass, you just get that splash of maple, and it's just enough to notice it, and it's gone. But again, we haven't drank it out of this glass. We drank
Even
it
when
out
I
of the rock
swirl it
glass.
in the glass, it's even more banana I get. Wow, that's a nice. I like that. That's a
I'm
nice.
smelling I'm smelling a
it's
fruit
not super
salad.
heavy, but it's not real light either. It's right in the
Wait a
middle,
minute.
man.
I like the color. It's
Yeah,
nice
it's beautiful.
amber color.
You know I hate
kids.
Jack Daniels, so you know this is gonna be horrible.
Okay, kids, pay attention. You people at home, pay attention.
How
Quit
come you
playing.
keep saying you people?
You people.
Yeah.
All right, tasting notes. Rich, refined, distinctively finished with creamy vanilla, chocolate, and luxurious hints of maple and spice with exceedingly smooth finish. And I will contest to that. Key flavors. Toasted oak, honey. Honey, that's what I'm
Oh, do they boudoir?
Vanilla, spice, and malt. I didn't get any malt. Let's try it. You guys ready to try it?
What,
Yeah.
like
I'm ready.
liquor?
Like
Just
Schlitz,
taking some
malt
out
liquor.
here.
Schlitz and St. Ides?
All right, kids, let's
All
do
right,
it.
Joe. I gotta
Right,
see you
right.
taste this first.
Wow.
That is nice. That's like a fresh haircut right there.
I love it.
It is. It's great.
I hate it.
I think we might have to
Worst
travel
stuff I
tomorrow.
love.
I hate to say it, but we really should.
It's probably not even there. We got this last weekend. There were just a couple of bottles on the shelf.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be available again, but I can just see that bottle going away quickly.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good.
Joe, you're quiet.
He's taking
You're
it
like-
all in.
And this is a new drink, and I'm just trying to pull everything out of it.
Hey, any of my peoples out there that are watching the show today, what are you guys drinking or smoking?
Yeah,
Send
I
me
mean,
a
I
text.
get like bananas and
Send me a text. Mickey, I know you're probably on the couch with the
there's no
gallon
heat.
of
No, I mean,
bonbons.
it's just
Mike's probably
It's
outside
smooth.
cutting grass.
this drink's like an Irish whiskey.
I get
Very
no heat.
smooth.
I taste a lot of
don't-
vanilla. In my
Yeah,
opinion, I get vanilla on the.
I don't.
No.
No, I
No,
get
you're right.
zero
No, no,
heat.
I'm
I
just-
get a lot of banana, vanilla. I get a little of that. A lot of banana and like light fruits,
Yeah.
almost a little citrusy, and then a little bit of maple on the back of that.
Just
Yeah.
just enough you
a
know
little
it was
bit
there.
of like a maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in rock glass, you smell the maple. Big
You
time.
do. You
Big
do.
time.
I
I'm
smelled
like,
it.
Whoa,
I smelled
whoa!
it.
I don't want to deal with
I
this.
smelled the maple when we drank it out of
Yeah.
Rock's Glass, but I don't.
You know the
smell
story
it
about
in here.
all the Jack Daniels guys. I'm sitting there going, no. And that, I liked it. I don't like the price.
It's really good.
I don't like the price.
This is really good. This is not like any Jack Daniels product that I've ever had.
It's like the rest of the rat. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Rusty
No,
right.
Yeah, their higher end stuff is fantastic. I always had a
Kelly did
hate
again.
relationship with Jack Daniels because of the old number 7, but I mean this is unbelievably good, man.
Now,
It's
have you tried Sinatra yet?
yes.
And how do you compare that to Sinatra?
Okay, so
I
this
mean-
is a lighter drink. I can't remember the proof on Sinatra. I think it's definitely. I'm pretty sure it's right around 100
Yeah, I
proof or
think
more,
it is.
isn't
I'm almost. I can look.
I
it
can't
up
remember.
real
If
fast.
somebody could remind me on
Yeah.
the
Eric, if you're watching,
live
is Eric
feed
up?
or
Is Eric
Eric.
up today?
What is? Yeah, he's there. Eric Black's there. If you can,
Eric,
what's the
help
proof
us
on
out.
the Sinatra?
You know, Eric is our.
I think
call.
you actually have a bottle of it sitting over there somewhere.
We do. Eric,
But,
Eric is our phone a friend.
Right?
Eric.
Post
Eric.
number-
Call
post
me,
number
call me,
6.
mother.
What am I trying to say? I was going back to this. So this drinks. I'm not saying it drinks like taste wise like an Irish whiskey, but it drinks like an Irish whiskey, as in it's really easy and light to drink, almost like a Basil Hayden type thing. But this is way better than Basil Hayden. Don't take that comparison as in flavors. It's so good, and it's really oily. I didn't even check like the consistency of this one. It seems very heavy, and yes, it is. Yeah, that's a thick drink, man.
Well, I kind of thought it wasn't heavier than other things. I kind
Man,
of
she got some back on her.
I compared it in the middle.
That girl got some booty on that glass.
I think it's a good breakfast drink.
The number 27 is right around what, $100?
It is.
Yes, it is $100.
What?
So versus like the Sinatra is like $200 a bottle. So, or maybe even a little more.
I did shoot Sinatra.
The Sinatra is more of like your, you know, it's a Jack Daniels. It's really bold. It's really heavy and it's dark and it's really good. But even at the proof of that, I was shocked. If I remember, it was very smooth.
Yeah.
But it's more. I think
You get heat for sure.
You do. You get heat on that one, but the Jack Daniel's Sinatra drinks more like a quintessential bourbon for me,
I
like
agree
a
with
heavy
that.
bourbon. This
I didn't know a while, but yeah.
this is like a mix between a good American whiskey and an Irish to me. How it drinks.
The lower proof too. It is an 80
Yeah, it's an
proof.
80
Right.
So that
Yeah, but
means-
I mean,
yeah.
there is literally zero alcohol
a night tonight.
that you notice.
A night tonight. A nice hot night. Excellent.
Well, it's because you're sitting in an air-conditioned room. That's why.
Outside would be awesome.
Well, there's a chair up there if you'd like to go sit out there. Let the dogs out while you're up there.
Yeah, that's really good, man. I like this a lot.
We have a couple more drinks. I'll think about it.
Well, I meant to let
Damn.
them out before we.
Well, I'm glad you got to try it, Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
Joe.
too. It's good.
Okay,
drink
let's
it again?
let's drink the
I
rest of the
wouldn't kick
bottle.
it out the
We're
door.
ready now. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't kick it out of bed. Yeah, kind of fuck it up.
Yeah.
John Spritzer's watching too.
Johnny, what's up, dog? Johnny, you drive by all the time in all your different trucks and cars, and you never stop by. So what the hell's going on? Stop by and make yourself visible every once in a while.
Man, it's good.
For an 80 proof, Ralph, and you don't like the lower proof.
That's good.
It's saying
so
something.
good.
That's bad.
It's so
That's bad.
good.
It's so bad. It's good.
It's really good.
For $100 though, it's like for me.
I think it's well worth the money.
Well, it's a bigger bottle. That's a,
Is that a liter?
1.75, I believe.
175, yeah.
No.
I think it is.
Yep, I think it
Can I
is.
take this off?
Yeah, take a look at it.
That looks like a liter.
that's
Like Sinatra.
Oh.
That's a Sinatra size. That looks like a liter.
That's a lot. 700 and something.
Oh, standard bottle, 750.
I can't see that.
Is that a
That's
750?
man. It looks bigger than
No,
750.
it is 750. Damn, that looks like because Sinatra's a liter. From back there.
You know what?
looks
It
like
makes
a-
it great. You know, when you drink the bottle, make yourself a
Because that's what
a
Sinatra
lamp
is. It's 1
and
liter.
put it in your living room. A lamp. I mean, I think it's awesome for that.
Yeah.
But drink
Hold it
it
down while you're
first.
getting laid. Yeah, number 27.
You know,
Oh my goodness.
My
if you're
football
single,
number.
bring it over. Just say, listen, what do you think of this lamp? If she says it's cool, you're in there. If it's not, kick her out.
And
So-
now what do you think? of
I'm
this?
so surprised you can't get a date. I just.
Well, you know what's funny? I was just gonna laugh because like Ralph normally,
I mean,
when we're
really?
not at the round table, Ralph is like nonstop talking like he is tonight. But usually when we're at the round table, he just kind of sits there all
Yeah.
quiet. But this is the
Yeah,
real
wow.
sidecar. This is what we have to put up with all the
Oh my
time.
goodness.
He's a strange
I know
motherfucker.
that's it's very strange.
I can't. I mean.
You better be quiet. I'm gonna take you to another heavy metal
Oh, yeah.
concert.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, I went to what's that place called?
Incarceration.
Oh, I went to a jail.
They snuck the word
You
in
guys know.
At
in there.
the down in Mansfield at the
Mansfield. I went
Yeah.
to. No, it's not,
That was a
it was a
beautiful
jail.
place.
It wasn't a freaking. So I saw
Reform one guy.
POD,
Yeah.
Seether,
Oh, there's
and I
everyone was down there.
a bunch of other people who I don't remember, but it was
It was a lot of fun.
a good time. Thank you guys for that.
I was surprised how fast. I thought for
Cheese
sure.
Man was with us. It was a
Cheese
good
Man
time.
was with us.
Good
We had a
time. Good
blast.
time. That was a
Yes,
good
we
time.
did.
It was a Sunday. Monday was a little difficult, but we made it.
Hey, you gotta plan ahead and take vacation after that.
I think I like when we tailgated in that hot sun.
You
That
guys
was-
were all like trying to cuddle
all-
underneath the tailgate
We-
of the truck,
we
and
had
I was
the-
like way
well,
out
we
in
had
the
the
sun.
sunburn going
we had
on.
the
on
we had
those
the hatch
guys.
open, and I had blankets so they could sit in the back, and then this girl pulls up in front of us, and she sat in that car and left
They
that
will
car
not get out.
run
I think they were
for
scared.
hours.
We had 3 or 4 beers, and
Hours.
she was still in her car.
I'm just like, turn
Yeah, they were there.
your
We
friggin'
were there for a
car
couple
off.
hours, and they were sitting in the car in air conditioning and move out.
Yeah. There
It
were
was
a
a good
couple.
time.
There were a couple of 240.
I left my
shorts.
number too. I need a call. I don't understand.
Well, the guy parked next to us from PA.
Oh,
he
yeah,
had
they
his
hung
old
up.
number 7.
He had his old number.
I
set up.
was in
Those
I
guys
was in
hung
a
out with us for
penitentiary.
quite a
I'm
while.
like,
Yeah.
when does this place close? I was like,
Those guys got out, man. They were like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" We're like,
they're drinking
"You
Jack
want a beer?"
Daniels.
They're drinking
Jack Daniels black
Daniels.
though. I'm like, whoop. They're drinking the
He was drinking it right out of the bottle,
yeah, I
man.
was like,
I
okay.
want some of this.
That's kind of how it
Kind of
was.
how he sounded,
They had
too.
a diesel, so I was like, you got it.
So, Greg, what'd you think of your first heavy metal concert?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't a rapper, but you know, a couple drinks in you, some good food.
Uh-huh.
Aussie company,
food.
with you guys.
Yeah, the food was fantastic. All the food trucks,
Food
it was fantastic.
Food trucks are awesome.
Yeah.
Anything on a stick is good.
Met a what
Wow.
cop was it? She was like bigger than she was like this. Was it cop from
No,
there?
she was.
We talking about?
She wasn't. You make her sound
She
like
was like-
she was like 500
No,
pounds.
She threw me around like a
She
rag
could have
doll.
modeled that girl.
Oh my
she
gosh.
was beautiful.
I know. That's what I was like, hey.
Her first year in
I
law
thought she'd throw me
enforcement.
around
She was
like a
down there
rag
in
doll.
Franklin County somewhere. I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
Hilliard, I think.
Hilliard.
Yeah.
Hilliard.
She was very nice. That whole
Then we had
crew was
the other one had a medical crisis or whatever. It was like always.
She had, what did she have? The other girl?
She had hypoglycemia.
Yeah, so.
And we just
That
kept
sucks,
feeding her,
man.
kept feeding her stuff. I'm like, they're gonna kill her, but I'm like, okay, I don't know.
Trust me, I'm sure if she bailed out, Kurt would
You know what
have
the
been
fake
right there
eyelashes? The
giving
fake
her-
eyelashes were there. They're
Jeez,
like,
man.
the fake
Jeez,
eyelashes.
no.
Like,
He would have whipped out his Swiss and went to town.
oh my God.
His monster.
I'm gonna pull out my Munster. It's about to get crazy up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, it was like wow.
Feel my olives.
Oh,
Poor Joe. You gotta reel us back in. We gotta
Oh
go cray
my
cray.
we're
goodness.
going off and reminiscing.
Stop the news.
Oh wait, did someone
Come
say
on.
news?
Oh yeah. So,
Somebody
anyways,
say
2
news?
thumbs up, Ralph.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
Karen, 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely two
absolutely,
thumbs up.
sir.
3
Absolutely.
thumbs up,
on the
but you
left
can't
nut.
see the other thumb.
And 2 thumbs up and a pinky toe.
Hold on. For all those girls out there,
Yeah. Oh, you say
Come on.
ladies? Oh, you say
call me.
ladies.
Call me.
Yeah, call him. Yeah. Well,
Whoa.
Don't eat.
I wasn't going to give the phone number, but forget it. Never mind. Nothing to see here. Move along.
And we got the news. That's by the music here. So, the Scotch Association is suing a Virginia distillery for passing its whiskey as Scotch.
Uh-oh.
They call it Virginia Highland whiskey. Term Highland. The spelling of the word whiskey, W-H-I-S-K-Y instead of E-Y. They're saying it falsely implies a Scotch made in Scotland, of course. It is a whiskey from Scotland married with a Virginia whiskey. They say that they're open about it, saying it's their whiskey married with Virginia whiskey. But if you look at the bottle, I kind of get it. Like, it looks like you're buying a Scotch and it says Highland on it. So I guess there's an issue with that. But you know, they're always protective over saying Kentucky straight bourbon or
Right.
Scotch or Irish whiskey, or you can't be in California and make a Scotch because
Can I say something?
Tennessee
Scotland.
whiskey.
This political correctness is BS. Keep going.
It's not political correctness. It's the way it is,
It
dude.
is what it
You don't
is.
cross with them territories, man. The Bloods can't hang with the Crips. So
It's like a
Scotches
party
can't
in
hang
the
with the
stomach.
American whiskeys.
Anyway,
So August will
Hold
be
on.
Scotch month with us.
Yes, it will.
So we're going to kick that off, and I'm going to say Talisker is releasing their 41 year. It's only $3,000 plus. Glenfiddich is the most awarded Scotch. New labels for their 12 and 15 year whiskeys are out actually like 2 days ago, and they're releasing early 2020 an 18 year small batch
Ah.
that's coming.
that's like the perfect age, I think, is 18 years
For Scotch?
for anything. No, Joe, come on now. Reel it back.
Just,
We're talking
yeah, let's
alcohol.
reel it back in. Now, the perfect age is 18. Yeah, there you go. I'd say 20 to 25, but you know, we all
Whiskey
have our opinion,
Roundtable has
Karen.
gone out of
Oh,
control here.
I don't know where your
my
mind is. That's
yes.
kind of messed up. But Chattanooga whiskey hits the shelves in August, and the other whiskey that's going to be released in August is, Karen, Wild Turkey Master's Keep
Ah.
Cornerstone Rye.
I like
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
gotta
like it
get my
already.
hands on
Are any
that.
of those 18-year-olds?
Well, I think it's like 7, but
Oh,
it's a little
no,
young,
that's
Karen.
good.
You don't want to rob the
Well,
cradle.
this
It's
is-
109
that's
proof,
why I
and it'll
gotta
be
watch what I say.
$175.
What?
For the Master's Keep?
Yeah.
It's actually not bad.
What?
When do we pay for ours?
I don't know.
I don't know what they usually go for.
Wild turkey,
I don't remember.
$175.
Master's Keep, that's a
Whoa.
different
Wild
story.
Turkey Master, dude, their Master's Keep collection is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Let me tell you something. On
Bullshit.
Friday night in the wintertime, $175 goes fast.
That's why you don't drink that like that on a
Yeah, Ralph,
Friday
you
night
don't
in the
drink it like a
wintertime.
glass of Coke.
Yeah, you don't drink it like old number 7. You sip that
You
stuff.
sip-
I feel like I'm being spanked here.
You take out your good stuff first and be like, okay, I'm gonna pour this, and then when you start getting a little tipsy, you're like, all right, we're kind of like me and him. Be like, all
We're
right,
doing
we're
no
gonna do this.
switcheroo.
We're not.
Oh,
then we're
yeah.
gonna switch
That's
to
you.
like Bullet.
You
That's what
motherfucker-
Bullet's
you,
for.
You guys switch. Oh, I see that.
Bullet's the one you chug.
Okay, okay.
Master Keep is not the one you chug.
So now I know what I'm getting now. I'm getting
Ralph
one
doesn't know
good.
the
and
difference between all that stuff.
it's like.
Chug $20, chug $175.
I tried Benchmark. They all
Ralph,
met.
Sorry, I lost my internet connection.
Ralph
Benchmark's not bad.
Ralph is actually, he's got some very good taste in bourbons, believe it or not, but he
doesn't taste bourbon.
he likes to drink his bourbon
chugging.
full glass, man. That's just how it is. Hey, remember, Eric correct these guys. It's all about the whiskey, and however you drink your whiskey, you drink your whiskey. That is how it is.
I gotta tell you, it's
Bullshit.
Buffalo's very, very bad for that kind of stuff.
What else you got on the news there?
What else
Joe?
you
That's
got?
it. That's the news.
That's the news.
All right.
That's it?
That is the news.
I got some news.
No, we don't want that kind of news.
Oh boy, here we go.
No.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So we're gonna kick it off here and chill for a second,
Yeah,
and come
so-
right back and do a live show with you guys on the
So
co-op.
anybody on the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op, if you guys want to watch our Q&A, we're probably going to be about 10 minutes before we get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna let
And
Ralph calm down a little
We're
bit.
going to probably do 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how much reply we have, and then we'll shut it down and do our own part. All right,
Right.
Listen, until the next time, Joe is
This is the Whiskey Roundtable. We are your hosts. I'm Joe Clark.
Big G.
Here in Helen Keller.
Bye, Chuck.
All right, have a
We'll be
safe,
back in about 10 minutes.
have a safe weekend to you guys who are not watching. Drink responsibly. Have a
Be
good
safe,
weekend.
everyone.
All right.